Okay, so number 6, Glassberg Law Offices. Also, the text goes so fucking fast. I don't know why it goes so fast. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'll be back. Must be hard to keep a track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll have to come back later. Okay, so where do we go? Gonna look at stuff. Table for clients, an elegant ebony case. If I'm not mistaken, that letter is made of solid gold. Even I could tell Even I could tell someone's got some money to burn. Shit. Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Okay. The painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The old paint is so thick, it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm pretty sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Okay. Pretzel looking mahogany bookshelves filled with the expensive looking books. Funny. They look like they've been read. Bro, I totally don't have that type of bookshelf. Oh, that's the wrong one. Fuck! Okay. Saw mahogany desk. The wood has been polished to a deep luster. Okay, so I guess we'll move back to the law offices. There's number 6, Fay and Co. law offices. The office is filled with police officers. They've been busily searching for clues. Hey! You there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, I'm Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? That man? Nah, bro. Way too handsome. I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. You're no killer, right? He was proven innocent by me. Bitch. You're on my nerves. Right, and you were... Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe. Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. Don't you go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got any business here, you better do it quick. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. If you don't know already, my literal background music that I have is from Ace Attorney. If you don't know already, so this is epic. It's awesome. You'll see the one that they use in the waiting portion of the stream. You'll see soon. Let's talk to him about Mia. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy? Running the results, eh? No, don't you look at me, pal. What a good nickname, Dick. Well, he might act like one. It's no use. She might have been your boss. It doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Oh, what a right. You can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report adds to the court record. Mia's autopsy report. Time of death. October 5th. Okay, remembering months. 9 p.m. Causes a single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Okay. Let's talk about Maya. About Maya. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is a trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Okay. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means. You being a lawyer and all. Okay. Confession. Like I said in the first episode, I did play Ace Attorney when I was a laptop streamer, but only like 3 streams, and it's very laggy. So I know like the first 2 cases. And I remember Edgeworth. Oh man. I'll go more into my opinion once we see him. I'll see. Let's talk about Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait. You do know him, don't you? Of course I do! I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He wants until he gets his guilty verdict. Don't talk to him that way! You make it sound like you make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. Has also kin since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of a back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know is sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'll be facing him so soon. Does not have a past. Shit. What's her memo? Okay, we can check back at the law offices since we already know. Oh, well, I guess I can't. Let's go back to the... Okay, let's examine. Sky's blue and so am I. There's a hotel right across that way. Oh, why don't I go to the hotel? There was a lady that, like, ran the phone, right? We can check what's up with her. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name that no one could ever remember. Cordyline's Tactical Pal! Who was that? Wait, an old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I have to check it one of these days. Mia's desk, perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. Oh! Okay. Can you move? Okay, let's go see back at the law offices, and it's still not here. Oh! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet. I see. I'm gonna go check if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. Let's talk about your family. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So, she could be alive? Your mother. The women in the family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes! I've gotten used to it. And also, I've become independent or else I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her. All by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So who's this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It was quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it. Apparently, the police was running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use the spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police consulted a medium that had been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told the papers that my mother was a fraud and the media jumped on it big time. My mother became a laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me, White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Okay. Okay, let's go back to the... Okay, he's in here. Okay, talk about White. Okay, let me present the memo. What's your name? Did you see my face cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Then give it back. Sure. I mean, wait a second. Wait a second, pal. A trickery lawyer. Oh, he's on to me. Okay, I can't be sure this guy. What do I tell him? Something the matter? Oh no, that carry shop in the cell phone. This? It says the Steel Samurai were the Neo Toyo. Steel Samurai? The action hero on TV? Yeah, you see, this trap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the prank site. That's what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down the number she called anyway. Here you go. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe was conversation between Chief and Maya. Of course, I hear the recorded conversation. Well, I guess I have all the questions I need to. Aw, you're all done, pal? Yes, thank you. Heading out now. Oh, wait! One more thing I want to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. Not fussing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yes, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this. I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then? You're trying to lure your tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Okay, vamos. September 6th, Gateway Hotel, room 303. There's a screwdriver. Okay. I'm gonna try to make an impression of an Uwo girl when I'm talking as April. Ready?
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say anything to that lawyer, pal. See?
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is something out of the movie. This is so exciting. I can hardly contain myself. Let me freshen up a second.
So fuck.
Let me go freshen up a second. Look at that.
I got this.
Let me go freshen up a second. Look at the part of.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I got this.
Let me go freshen up a second. Look at the part of the beautiful witness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. That was a solid impression, man. No clues here. There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. I wonder who's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy.
Oh, fuck, that was bad. Ooh.
You should really be prying around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want me to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was gonna explode for a second there. Shit. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Late summer sunlight shines through the window. The vehicle, of course, inside the room, pulling clearly from here. It could be difficult to recognize the face from this distance, though. A bottle of 2 glasses on the table. Somebody must have been staying with her. Still see painting with slice of life, whatever. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's talk about what you witnessed. Can you tell me, do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed in the time of the incident.
Observe incidents? You sound like the lawyers in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
I'm gonna murder myself. I'm gone. I'm gone down the drain. Then I better not encourage her. You know that thing that occurred happening the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'd have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Miss May, could you who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, I'm just doing my job here.
See? You know you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what is it you do?
Well, no tea. And you
Oh, fuck.
ooh, no tea. And you just had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television.
Oh no, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for cool clues in the garage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh boy. Nothing I really missed. Let's go see back Grosberg's. I think Mr. Grosberg is out. Maybe I should wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
So you're the one who's been looking for me.
Yes, that's me. It was even grander than I imagined.
Well, that badge on your collar. So you're a lawyer, aren't you?
Yes, well, yes.
Well, what is it you want?
Not particularly. I should do like a deep voice. I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Is something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grosberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Up with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about my FA. Ooh. Yes, my FA. Go on. Why the strange reaction? I'm quite busy here, son. I can't take cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? I mean, anyway, I'm afraid it's highly impossible for me to represent her. Sorry. End of discussion. What is going on? He refused me even before I got the chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Let's talk about your refusal. How can you just refuse that? Please tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just I'm busy. You see, and the client is Mia Faye's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with it anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly sorry. I'm afraid that no lawyers worth their salt will take on this peculiar case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've got nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? Mamma Mia, bitch. How did you know Mia Faye? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. I learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion, never looked back, that one. Okay, the painting. That's quite a painting. Ah, yeah, you noticed. It's called my pride and joy. Impressive, is it? Well, is it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the wave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't even sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Jeez, man. Calm down. Oh, now I'm gonna go to my aunt and tell her. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center. Visitor's room. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. So no longer now, before the state appoints the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her to go home? Bitch! No! We defending her! We can't just leave her in here. What the fuck are we? Bro, we be a little bitch if we don't... We're defending her, bro. I made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there. One sec. Fixing my pants. Okay. I know, I've been there a long time ago. Young Phoenix? Why did I become a lord in the first place? Because someone has to look out for people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's find this one and get you out of here. Right. Thank you. Smell the lass. Looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? The deal. So what next? Something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look in the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Let's go. Did I talk anything? No. Let's go. We're going back. Oh, why? Hello. Good afternoon. Wait. I'm trying to do a British accent. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me. You are. I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment. Okay, that's not a British accent. Cheerio. I'm the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, that's right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Cheerio. I'm British. Do you know where Miss May might be? I'm British, and I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the facilities. If you don't need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. I'm British. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait. No. Hey. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait. Now's the chance to snoop around a bit. I'm British. I almost forgot. You came back so quick. I might ask you to inform Miss May that I'm British. I might ask you to inform Miss May that there's a message for her. Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Alright, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? I heard that name. White. That was his name, my sister told me. White. Why was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother? Could it be a coincidence? Let's get this bitch. Characteristics can have another chance. What do we have here? A wiretap? Why would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Something suspicious about this Miss May. There's something this in her hotel room. The story behind all of this, I know. Alright. We need a bit of evidence for in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I guess this one's bottom. Wait. I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, Bellboy. Wait. Bellboy, are you still there?
Oh, time to scram. I look forward to tagging along with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Shit. Yeah. Let's go. Okay, let's do trial. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. September 7th. September 7th. Court is in session. How do I do a judge voice? That would be easy. Court is in session for trial of Miss May. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, hi, Andrew. Hi. Hi. How are you? I'm doing good. How are you doing? It's been a while, huh, baby? Nice to see you. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. Better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, give the court your opening statement. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. The defense, Miss May, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence that she committed the murder. We have witnesses who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer of the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Amen. Witness, please say your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Detective Gumshoe, sir. I'm detective in the charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use the floor map of the office to explain. The body was found in this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in the girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. 4 plans added to the court record. Okay. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You merely arrested Miss Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I have hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Here we go. As soon as the phone came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people already there. The defendant, Miss Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Felix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Fay, Maya Fay. Why? Read a witness account describing her. The witness said Miss Maya Fay was in the moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in the testimony. Hey, why did you do something to me? What's this? When my sister could not find contradictions in the witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. There was always so sad when I said something wrong. It works lots of times. I should expect Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Right, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I would like to begin my cross-examination. Okay. Let's rush to the scene. There are 2 people there already. Defendant Miss Fay and the lawyer Mr. Felix Wright. Me and the rest of Miss Fay. Why? Because the witness account describing her. When I saw Miss Mia Fay at the mall. She can see through, right? But how could she see if the body was right here? How could she see? Hold on just a second. Yeah. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because of the hard evidence she did, correct? Did I say that? Me? What did you say it? What did you say? You said it. Exactly. What was this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss Meg's is suspicious and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough. That's enough, Detective Oshio. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Oh. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There's something I could have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. You see how... Okay, again, I don't remember... Ow, fuck. I don't remember everything, so if I get it right, I'm just good. Hard evidence. After securing the subject, I examined the scene of the crime with my own... stop muting myself. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Is someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Objection, Mr. Wright. I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution point being the autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediately due to a blow from a blunt object, but there's a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. Receiving these results this morning. No way! Okay, that's actually bullshit. No, you have to bring that evidence to everyone. That's actual bullshit. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. Bro, you're so extra and I love it. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? I don't want to say anything. You're a sham, bro. You're a bitch. Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. The reason you could possibly have done the request a second autopsy report. Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence of this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts this evidence. Okay. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. Suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution will like to call his next witness. The poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April, take the stand. Exactly what put her first innocent. I'm gonna do my own voice now. Okay. Witness, your name, please. Oh my god, please kill me.
Ooh, April May, at your service. Wink.
Order! Instructions should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanting winking.
Ooh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. To really capture every heart of every man in this courtroom. Or woman. Come on. Come on, Phoenix. Come on. Be inclusive. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Ooh, gee, I was in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
Pardon me. Okay. And this hotel is directly across from Faye and Co. law offices. Okay.
Ooh, that's right, big boy.
Girl, get after your own man. Police testifying in your court about what you saw. Here we go.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And I'm like, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Ooh, and the one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, like, dodged on one side and ran away. Ooh, but that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Ooh, and the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all. Ooh, every little bitsy witsy. Wink.
Oh my god, kill me. Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkable solid testimony. I don't see any trouble with the witness any. Oh, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. From my cross-examination. I thought the witness testimony was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Mrs. Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in a perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the fuck? Yes. I will gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edward doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, Ubo girl. How you doing? Okay, so let me see. Okay, so saw the window here. Okay. Window, you know, so I won't move along her being attacked. One of the technology goes to finish channels, so. Yeah, the woman was like dodged and went to one side and ran away. Which side though? She dodged. Dodged what?
Well, the attack.
Please continue your testimony. Oh fuck. Caught her up or... Her being attacked. It was lying at night, you know. Oh, why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, what? Why'd you look at the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Gee.
Well, that's it. She can't get out of that question that easily.
Well, sort of, you know. I had a feeling.
It's bullshit. I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. We should press a little harder on this one. Go for it. See how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at the time of the night. Mr. Wright, you don't have the... I will not have you badgering my witness. But badgering? You insist on meddling with those trivial questions. And we don't think it should be allowed. The poor girl. This audience. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl. What about poor me? From the window. What do you see next? Okay. But why? No, I fucked up. I fucked up. That's in the contradicts evidence does. Really? I've just overruled. Bring me contradictions. Fuck! Window, you know, the innocent woman with longer being attacked. That's it? They're just the contradicts with something else there somewhere. Maybe it'll look better to press on the facts a bit. Okay. It's me, how'd you know she was a defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, should a girl's physique women know these things? I just know, okay?
The one person in the scene with there was only one person in the scene with the crime with a short girl's figure. That's somebody's bulletproof, Your Honor. That's right. The question. Hold on. Wait a minute. That testimony sucks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're... Ooh, you're seeing the funny. Oh, I chose the wrong. I was doing the lying one. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the... Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me. Because I'm clueless. Tell me about this, I mean...
Okay, if you had to witness my client, May Fay, notice her clothes before noticing her physique. Yeah, because of how your uniform. Yeah. Sheesh. Phoenix was smarter than me. No one wears clothes like that on a daily basis except her. I'm no expert in fashion, but the hairdo is far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. Testimony is bogus.
But
So, we don't know if she was dressed that way in the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say about that, Miss May?
Roar? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think that the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, I'd like to remind you that please omit nothing in your testimony. One second, I'm like scratching my knee and it's so bad. Okay, anyways.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink.
Oh my god. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn it, almost had her. Okay.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. But she hit her with a weapon. I saw it. I did. Then the cloak. Then the clock. The such a thing clock. The thinker, I think. Well, it's accurate. My report does not startle you.
If she got hit on the right, then how could you see that? Or was she been so detailed from the beginning? Please, oh, I don't know. Let me present. Turn up to the right. And you could not see it. Fuck, I messed up. Your Honor, that's doesn't say anything. How should I fuck? Really? I was just. Saw it, I did. That clock. How could she see it from that far away? Yes, it was the right one. How could she see it? Okay, Miss May, what you say now is quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, like, oh, you like that? What did you naughty, Mr. Lawyer?
Oh my god. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. There's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. He was found guilty of murder. Lord! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The one saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all the importance here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. Will you withdraw your question, Mr. Wright? My questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I caught murders with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Stop me there. The trial will be over.
What? So what happened now?
What happens now is that you answer my question. How do you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it. Is it the time?
So you've been to law offices of A & Co.
No, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I'm from the hotel room.
How can you hear it from across the street? That's bullshit! If I yell in my house right now, the people across my street wouldn't be able to hear me. That's bullshit. The law offices of A & Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. So you can see I've heard the clock. Well, mister, are you satisfied? Hell no. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because I couldn't have rung. Oh my god, there's no batteries in it. Should put papers in it. Yes. Your Honor, members of the court, it is irrelevant that the clock is in question rang. It's empty. The clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Let's take a look right now. Oh! Anything interesting, Your Honor? Bro, Phoenix? You're being cocky now, aren't you? It is, as the defense says. The clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, how could you care to explain the court the meaning of this? It is, as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have wrong. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May. Oh, Edward, don't feel like that. Quite a show you put on us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? So after the witness heard the clock, then there was no contradiction. No. The phone recording. The phone recording. In the phone recording, Mia said that she removed the clockwork, and that was on the day of the murder. Right before she died. Suck my dick, Edgeworth. I really hope you do. The clock might have been empty after she heard it. And that's exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clock was removed? Yes, I can. Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And I will show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clock was removed is... Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
You have a girly phone?
Wait, this is my phone. Listen, this is a defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of the conversation had with the victim on the day of the murder. I know you're frustrated, but I know you're frustrated, Edward, but you still look cute. The defendant's cell phone was brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Oh, that God, I remember he's up to filing issues soon. I gotta say, I'm trying to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I have to take out the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think it makes it clear the clock was already gone when the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, could you care to explain this to the court? Just how you know that weapon was a clock.
Ooh, well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. Wasn't the story? What story was it again? It was so many. Oops, I forgot.
The witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does anyone have any objections? Yes! Larry Butts only made it for him and his girlfriend! The witness claims she has seen it before, but this directly contradicts the piece of evidence already submitted to the court. Well, then let's see it. Well, it was made by him. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever.
What?
The friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. The one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Damn! Oh? Excuse is not for sale today. Oh shit. Her boobies went out.
What's it with you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter anyway. She should die for it. Die.
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's a court of law and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I lose it? I guess I did.
That's scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how do you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does Vance have any opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor, let me explain the truth.